EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Touchdown, Carolina, as his guys are in for 6, and the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
On first down, Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
319!
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. These short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
319! 319!
Rodgers now on first down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
319!
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
319!
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And an alley to run. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Bunch right. Move.
Now a play fake here on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jake Ryan not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Bortles on the bootleg. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
319.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers to throw once more. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Sunday. 72.
A fake to Fournette, now it's Bortles to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, 75 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 58.
On play action, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On play action. Now Rodgers. Got a man. That's Allison. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Rodgers again now. And Graham's got it over the middle. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Rodgers to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there from 8 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Bortles. Now he's going to go up top over the... He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board, and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And now the Packers get set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
319!
Here's Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers now on 1st down. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On play action, it's Bortles. Dumps it off to Fournette. And go running right through it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Play action. Now it's Bortles. Caught. Seferian-Jenkins, right side. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On play action, now Bortles. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what? Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one goes for 24 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. That's caught by the big tight end. Dallas got him. Now he's going to get get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On play action, Wentz. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to let one fly for Tate. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. 23 yards on the play.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this is caught by Watkins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right?
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On play action, it's Wentz, and it's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he checks this one down to Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And it's a 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. An interception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate as the 1st half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That one goes for 24 yards. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes now to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming in. And down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Wentz. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Wentz again. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Mahomes out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage. And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete.
Missed.
He will not go down. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Williams. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard. Line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
82.
To throw is Wentz, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown, and they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. To throw is Mahomes. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final try from Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. One final shot. They'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off,
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.